Hey there, welcome back. We're Mike and Karen, your hosts for today's deep dive into the world of hotel management.
Today, we are really zeroing in on a strategic question that I think is defining success for hotels everywhere, but especially across India.
It really is. It's this constant battle between technology and tradition,
Yeah,
between speed and, well, soul.
absolutely. And for the past few months, we've been tracking this incredible body of work. It's a blog series called 50 Mistakes Why Most Hotels Fail and How You Can Succeed.
Right, by Arunkumar Raman. And it has been, just a tactical playbook for hotel owners. So many actionable insights.
Exactly. And today, we are tackling the big one, the capstone, the final mistake.
Mistake number 50. And the title of the post really says it all. AI staff versus human staff, who wins the hospitality game?
It's a great title. But the insight, and this is what's so powerful, is that the mistake is believing there has to be a winner in the first place.
Precisely. We're not just talking about a simple staffing choice here. This goes deeper. It's about a fundamental failure in operational philosophy.
So that's our deep dive today. We are going to unpack the strategy to avoid this specific error, this trap of getting caught in a tug of war between tech and people.
And before we jump in, we have to set the stage, especially for you if you're listening in the Indian market.
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk about the author's credibility here.
Yes, Arunkumar Raman, he isn't just a consultant looking at spreadsheets.
Not at all. He comes from a place, a heritage, where hospitality is just. It's a foundational pillar of the culture.
That context is so vital. He's from the Badagas community, from Uri Kilkunda. And the source material makes this really powerful point.
Oh, it's fascinating.
This isn't just business theory for him. This is wisdom that's, rooted in a community that is globally recognized for its guest experience.
And get this, the material points to a UNESCO declaration from 2009 that actually designated the Badagas as the best in hospitality.
Wow.
Yeah. So when an authority with that kind of cultural grounding, the source calls it the hospitality inculcated in the Badagas gene, when he tells you this is the way forward, you have to listen.
So you have this deep emotional understanding of service, and he's applying it to this very modern technological problem.
Exactly. It's that blend of timeless human care with modern efficiency.
Okay, so let's unpack this core tension right away. Mistake #50 is basically asking, do I invest in AI to save money, or do I hire more people for that personal touch?
And the colossal failure is choosing one over the other. Our whole mission today is to get past that binary choice.
Right. We're here to extract the actual strategy, the proven way to combine AI speed with human empathy.
Because that's how you win. You create unmatched efficiency and this lasting loyalty that keeps people coming back.
So this deep dive is your shortcut to that strategy. We're going to give you the blueprint to maximize profit, cut down on staff burnout, which is a huge problem, and just guarantee a level of service that makes guests want to return.
So let's start with the core conflict, logic versus love.
I like that. Let's do it.
We have to define the strengths and, maybe more importantly, the liabilities of these two forces. Let's start with AI, the logic side. The cold, hard logic that's so tempting for owners.
Okay, so what are the undeniable benefits? Why are people so drawn to this? The operational gains have to be pretty big.
Oh, they are. The core attributes of AI are simple. It's fast, it's efficient, and it is incredibly consistent.
Right. The AI bot doesn't get tired. It doesn't need a coffee break.
Exactly. It just processes data at machine speed.
Yeah.
And that consistency piece is where the magic really happens for an owner, isn't it?
It has to be. You get rid of the biggest variable in service, which is the human factor. There's no bad day factor, no fatigue, no language barrier. For those routine questions, AI is basically an infallible machine.
And it massively reduces your dependency on labor, which, let's be honest, is a major headache, especially with high turnover. If 70% of your questions are, what's the Wi-Fi password? Offloading that to a bot is a huge efficiency win.
Okay, but there's always a shadow side. If AI is perfect logic, what's the real cost of going all in on an AI-only hotel?
The cost is a total failure of your brand identity. The source is very clear on this. If your guest experience is all technology, it just feels robotic.
No empathy.
Zero empathy, no real connection. You essentially become a very efficient but completely forgettable vending machine for rooms.
And forgettable is a profit killer. People pay a premium to feel seen, to feel cared for. And AI can check you in instantly, but it can't notice you're struggling with your bags and send someone to help without being asked.
Exactly. It can't do those spontaneous human things that actually define great hospitality. You lose your soul. And in the long run, that puts a cap in your profits.
You end up with transactional customers, but you never build that base of loyal, high-margin guests who tell their friends about you.
And this is where that wisdom from the author's background comes in. That kind of hospitality, the kind that's inculcated. You can't replicate it with code.
Okay, so let's flip it. Let's look at the human advantage, the love side of this equation.
Well, humans have what machines don't. Warmth, creativity, and emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Your EQ.
Right. Those are the real differentiators. Your staff can improvise. They can solve problems that haven't been programmed into a system.
It's those tiny moments that create loyalty, isn't it?
No.
A guest won't remember the exact price of the room,
No.
but they will remember the person at the front desk who got them last-minute tickets to a sold-out show.
Or the chef who made a special dish because they overheard a guest say they missed home. That's the stuff that ends up in 5-star reviews.
It is. But,
Yeah.
and this is a big but for our listeners, the practical challenge of relying only on humans is just overwhelming.
And this is what the cost-benefit analysis often misses, right? The absolutely crushing operational cost of a human-only model. What are the big failure points there?
It's consistency and sustainability. With only humans, you get massive service inconsistency. Some shifts are great, some are not.
People make mistakes. They forget things. They get tired.
And the biggest one is the inability to be available 24/7 for all those repetitive questions. It just burns people out.
Let me just push back on that a little. For a small hotel owner, isn't that logic, the cost savings from tech, the only thing keeping the lights on? Can you really afford the high cost of love? You know, hiring and training these amazing, empathetic people who cost more?
That is the exact question the source tackles. The cost of love might seem high, but the cost of inconsistency and burnout is ruinous. High staff attrition is astronomically expensive.
All that recruiting, training, losing people who know the hotel.
It chips away at your profit way faster than any AI subscription fee.
So the human staff aren't failing because they lack empathy. They're failing because we're asking them to act like robots.
Precisely. We're forcing emotionally intelligent people to be data processors, and they just get exhausted. So the big mistake #50, is believing you have to make that choice.
When the smartest hotels are realizing the future is about the blend.
It's the augmentation model. It's not AI or human. It's AI plus human.
You use the tech for efficiency, which frees up your people to deliver that emotional connection that guests actually pay for.
You get both, speed and soul, in one single operation. It's not substitution, it's synergy.
Okay, synergy can sound a bit abstract, so let's make this real. Let's ground it with the case study from the source material, the Pondicherry transformation.
Yes, this is a perfect example from the Hotel Growth Hub community, and it's so relatable. This member hotel in Pondicherry, they were doing the traditional thing.
Only human receptionists.
Only human receptionists for everything.
Yeah.
Phone calls, check-ins, WhatsApp messages, website chats, everything.
And you can immediately see how that system gets overwhelmed and starts to fail. What were the specific breakdowns? What was hitting the bottom line?
But the first one was just the delay in digital responses. Guests today, especially on WhatsApp in India, they expect an instant reply.
Right. If your receptionist is busy with someone at the desk, that digital queue just gets longer and longer.
And that was leading to real revenue leakage. The data showed the hotel was missing out on a staggering 30% of last-minute bookings.
30%. That's massive. Let's just put that in perspective for our listeners. A guest messages you at 7 p.m. asking for a room for tonight. If you don't reply by 7:30.
They're gone. They've already booked with your competitor who had an instant response. That latency was directly killing conversions.
And what about the staff?
A total staff crisis.
Yeah.
Intense burnout and really high attrition. They were quitting because the job was just this exhausting administrative nightmare, not, a fulfilling role in guest relations.
So it's a lose-lose. The hotel loses money. The staff lose their minds. How did they turn it around?
The solution was an AI-powered chatbot. But, and this is key, it had a very specific job. Augment the staff by taking over the 80% of repetitive low-value work.
It wasn't about replacement. It was about protection.
Exactly, protecting the human team's time and energy.
So let's get tactical. What specific tasks did the AI take over? This is the blueprint.
Okay, so the chatbot used its natural language understanding to handle three main things. First, basic room queries. Availability, price, standard amenities.
The easy stuff.
The easy stuff. Second, logistics. Check-in instructions, directions, things that are necessary but require zero human empathy.
And the third one, this is the really clever part that generates profit immediately.
The upsell of candlelight dinners.
Okay, break that down. How does the AI know when to offer the dinner? That's where the blend gets really interesting.
Right. So it's not just random. It operates on specific triggers that are programmed into its integration with the booking system.
Like what?
Well, for instance, if the booking notes have keywords like anniversary or honeymoon, or if it's a booking for a couple, the AI automatically sends a specialized message.
So a human might forget to do that during a busy check-in, or they might just phrase it badly.
Exactly. But the AI offers the pitch perfectly, every single time, 24 hours a day. It maximizes that conversion window. It's like having an infallible, always-on sales assistant working for you, even at 2 a.m.
So what were the results? What were the tangible outcomes?
The efficiency gains were just radical. The moment they flipped the switch, the AI took over a massive 80% of all repetitive tasks instantly.
We should define repetitive tasks here. It's more than just FAQs, right?
Oh, much broader. It's the FAQs, yes, but also processing basic feedback forms, sending standard confirmation emails, simple requests like for extra towels, and this is a big one, the initial triage of complaints.
So it sorts the complaint and sends it to the right human.
Right, so the human who deals with it is already prepped and knows what's going on. They're not starting from scratch.
That reduction in admin work must have completely redefined the team's job.
It did. They went from being data processors to being, like, chief delight officers.
I like that.
They were finally freed up to focus only on those high-touch interactions. Creative problem-solving, personalized welcomes, the things humans are good at.
And the proof is in the pudding, the loyalty metric.
They achieved and have consistently kept a stellar 4.8 Google rating.
You don't get a 4.8 just by having clean sheets. You get it by minimizing friction, that's the AI speed, and maximizing that emotional connection, the human soul.
The Pondicherry story is the proof. Delegating to AI lets your staff maximize their own emotional intelligence, and that drives loyalty and real, measurable success.
So it's the perfect synergy. The AI is the operational shock absorber, protecting the staff from burnout.
And the rested, engaged staff reward the hotel with 5-star reviews and repeat bookings. The whole operation goes from stressed and inconsistent to reliably soulful.
Okay, we've gone from the philosophy to a real-world example. Now let's give our listeners the actionable blueprint. If an owner implements this AI plus human strategy, what kind of transformation can they actually expect?
Well, it really touches the entire guest life cycle. Financially, the first thing you'll see is the booking process just becomes incredibly smooth. Instant answers mean you plug that revenue leak from last-minute bookings.
And for the guest, they get instant, consistent answers. That builds trust in your brand right from the very start, before they even step foot on the property.
And operationally, and this is the most important part for your team, your staff can now spend quality time delivering surprises.
They have the bandwidth.
They have the mental space to be truly creative, to notice a small detail in a reservation and act on it. That's how you go from being functional to being memorable.
And for any owner who wants to grow, this gives them the ability to scale without sacrificing the guest experience.
Yes, that's huge. In the old model, scaling always meant service got worse.
Yeah.
You double your rooms, you have the personal attention.
But with this blend, the AI handles the scalable volume, that 80% of repetitive stuff.
So your human team can focus on the non-scalable, high-touch emotional moments, no matter how big you get. The guest leaves feeling both seen and served.
Seen and served, that's the competitive advantage. Okay, let's get into the tactics. The source gives a clear 4-point hotel game-winning strategy. This is the roadmap.
And it's all about smart delegation, making sure the right actor logic or love is doing the right job.
Strategy 1, delegate FAQs, reviews, and booking flow to AI. Okay, what does that actually look like in practice?
It means using specialized tools. For reviews, the source mentions something like Rate My Biz. It's not just a generic autoresponder. It uses template intelligence to manage the vast majority of your positive feedback.
So it can automatically generate personalized thank yous for all your 4- and 5-star reviews.
Pretty much, which means your human manager only has to look at the reviews that need real empathy and intervention, the 3-star reviews and below.
That's a massive time saver.
Huge. And for the booking flow, using WhatsApp bots is essential, especially in the Indian market. The bot can guide a guest through the whole process, from query to payment 254/7. Your human staff only get involved if the bot flags a really complex or high-value request.
Okay, that makes sense. Delegate the predictable, reserve the creative. Which leads us to strategy 2. Reserve human staff for emotional moments.
This means you have to change your job descriptions and your training. You train your staff specifically for these high-touch situations.
Like the personalized welcome.
Exactly. Instead of just handing over a key, they're trained to reference a detail from the booking. Welcome. I see you're here for your anniversary. We have a little surprise for you.
That immediately changes the whole tone of the arrival. And what about when things go wrong? Conflict resolution.
That is where humans are absolutely essential. An AI can log a complaint, but a human has to de-escalate it. So you train them in active listening, in validation, and you empower them to offer spontaneous solutions,
Give them the authority to fix the problem right there in the moment.
which a machine can never do. And of course, the delight factor, the birthday surprises. Your staff, now that they're not burned out, have the time and energy to create those little moments of magic that become review stories.
All right, on to the back end. Strategy 3. Automate repetitive operations. This is the stuff the guest doesn't see but is critical for profit.
Right, this is about removing human error. Things like room allocation. An AI can optimize this based on a whole matrix of factors: guest history, loyalty status, housekeeping schedules.
Things a human manager would spend 30 minutes figuring out every morning, probably with a few mistakes.
Exactly. And then you have automated payment follow-ups to improve cash flow and structured feedback collection so you have consistent, real-time data on how you're doing.
Which feeds right into the last step. Strategy 4. Establish a weekly review loop. This is the optimization part.
This is non-negotiable. You have to track the blend. The team needs to meet every week and ask two simple questions. What can the AI do better? And where does the human touch matter more?
And what are they looking at? What are the KPIs for that?
For the AI, they're looking at its deflection rate, how many queries it handled on its own versus how many it had to escalate. They're looking at conversion rates on the automated upsells.
And for the human side, they're looking at staff satisfaction surveys and the sentiment in those 5-star reviews.
It's that constant fine-tuning that keeps the balance perfect. As the author says, AI doesn't replace, it empowers. You're building a super hotel team.
The payoff is clear. Wowed guests, smoother operations, and guaranteed profit growth. It's not about choosing, it's about making them dance together.
That's it, exactly.
So we have thoroughly dissected mistake number 50, the strategic failure of choosing between AI and human staff. The conclusion is just. It's undeniable. The future is AI plus human.
It's that beautiful mix of logic and love. Use tech for speed and consistency, and that protects your most valuable asset, the genuine, soulful connection from your rested human staff.
So as you move forward, the mantra is simple. Let the robots handle the speed. Let your team deliver the smiles. You do that, and you've sidestepped the 50th and final mistake in this incredible series.
And, having mastered this foundational blend, the author, Coach Arun, he's already signaling the next big challenge. He's launching a whole new series on full-scale automation of the commercial side of the business.
Wow, that's a huge lead. We're talking automating sales, marketing, revenue management, basically running the hotel on autopilot.
Which brings us to a really powerful, provocative final thought for you, the listener. We started by talking about how hospitality is so deeply culturally ingrained.
Right.
So you've now achieved this internal efficiency. Your staff are free from the clutter. The question now is this.
How can you, as an Indian hotel owner, take that newfound efficiency from your AI plus human blend and successfully automate your entire sales and marketing, running the commercial side of the hotel on autopilot,
while ensuring that the heart and soul of the experience, that human warmth, remains authentic and visible in every single customer touchpoint, from the first ad they see to the email they get after they leave?
That tension, mechanizing the money-making without mechanizing the memory-making, that is the next big challenge to think about.
It absolutely is.
And if you're looking to dive deeper into these kinds of strategies, Coach Arun and his team have a ton of resources that build on what we talked about today.
Yeah, if you're an owner struggling with this, we'd really recommend the Hotel Growth Masterclass. It's a 2-hour practical webinar they run weekly. It gets right into the nitty-gritty of implementing these AI strategies.
And for those ongoing conversations, you should look into the Hotel Growth Hub Facebook group or the WhatsApp community. You can talk to other owners who are facing the same challenges.
And finally, for those daily tips and insights, just follow Mr. Arunkumar Raman on social media. You definitely will not want to miss the launch of that new series on running your hotel on autopilot.
This is Mike.
And this is Karen. We'll see you in the next deep dive.